sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports brought to you by Kaufman and Lind Injury Attorneys. Don't even try to tell us that you're not a tad bit worried after last night's performance of your Panthers, Bulldog.
Yeah, the mantra for the Edmonton Oilers was drag them back to Alberta, and that's exactly what they did. My Panthers dug themselves a 3-0 hole last night. They nearly climbed out of it, but not quite. They wound up falling 5-3 to the Oilers in Game 5. They've lost 2 in a row now. They were up 3-0 in this series. I'm worried.
They better figure out this Connor McDavid guy, or they're doomed.
Connor McDavid has been unbelievable the last 2 games. Had 2 goals, 2 assists last night. He became the first player in NHL history to have back-to-back 4-point games in a Stanley Cup final. I'll say this. I said this yesterday on my show. I think this is going to go 7, and I'll say this right now. I think Game 6, I think there's more pressure. Even though they're still up 3-2, I think there's more pressure on the Panthers in Game 6 than there is the Edmonton Oilers.
Yes. Agreed.
Right?
100%.
Look at you calling is going to Game 7 when we all called for the gentleman's sweep, 5 games.
Right.
Remember that? By the way,
gentleman sweep anymore.
I have to give you props, dog. We had a listener text in early this morning and say, bet you $10 at 6:30 tomorrow. Bulldog says, his Oilers. And you didn't, so well done.
Hey, Bulldog, how about Willie Mays? Mays.
Sad day in baseball. Willie Mays, who they say is the greatest living ball player, probably is. He passed away yesterday at the age of 93, one of the greatest baseball players of all time. There are some think he is the greatest all-around baseball player of all time. I mean, the guy batted .301 for his career, hit 660 home runs, was maybe the best center fielder of all time, won 12 Gold Gloves. Think of what his stats would have been hadn't he taken 2 years off for military service.
Yeah.
Could you imagine today's game, like players taking 2 years off to go to the military?
No. No.
Right.
From their $700 million contract.
Do you know who Willie Mays is the godfather to?
I have heard this in the past. It's not the guy who sells stuff on TV. Not that Mays.
Yeah, with the oversized head who hit a lot of home runs.
Oh, well, Babe Ruth, what?
Barry Bonds.
Ah, okay, yeah. I knew it was something that had local.
Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds.
Right. And if you haven't, anybody out there, Willie Mays was a little before my time. I don't really remember him. I remember him being like an old player for the Mets back in the day. Okay, but if you haven't seen The Catch, go to YouTube and watch The Catch. It's considered the greatest, maybe the greatest defensive play.
We have all that in a tribute to him on our Facebook page. If you just want to beeline it right there at the JR Facebook page.
Hey, does he have a candy bar like Babe Ruth?
Well, Henry Aaron had O. Henry.
Yeah, I don't think Willie Mays did.
I don't think he did either. He was the Say Hey Kid, though.
Mm-hmm.
Say Hey Kid. FSU advances in the College World Series. Yesterday they beat North Carolina. They now advance to today's game against number 1 seeded Tennessee, who beat them in that controversial game in the opener of the College World Series. They would have to beat Tennessee twice to get to the College World Series final, but at least they have a pathway now. They have a pathway to do it. I'm not saying they're going to do it, but if they can get to the College World Series final, even if they don't, this has been a great season for Florida State baseball. The Gators game against Kentucky yesterday, that got rained out. That will resume at 10 a.m. this morning. If the Gators can beat Kentucky, they would advance into the semifinal, and maybe we could still get a Florida State College World Series final. It's probably not going to happen.
Now, if the Gators win this morning, they'll have to play again this evening, right?
against Texas A&M.
Right, yeah. So those, I was watching into that Florida State game, and those clouds were rolling in. It was looking pretty ominous. So I don't know if they're going to get that Gators game in. So.
Right.
Obviously not.
What do you guys think about this? The PGA Tour has created a special sponsor exemption for Tiger Woods, all right, based on his lifetime achievement. He now gets into all of these big-time signature events, which all the other golfers have to qualify for, all right, to get in these signature events, and they're just giving Tiger a free pass into these events. I don't like this.
I do.
I don't like this.
I love it. I love it. I think he's great for the game. We all know it. And hadn't he pretty much won every tournament there is?
Yeah, but this isn't a regular tour event. They have sponsors exemptions for regular tournaments, but these signature events, you're supposed to earn your way into those. Are we going to start letting the Lakers in the playoffs now because they're popular? I mean, come on. This is supposed to be sports, not an exhibition, isn't it?
He makes a good argument, Taco Bob.
Hey, and he does. He does.
You want the Yankees in the World Series every year too?
Hey, he makes a good argument, and Tiger makes a pretty paycheck for everybody involved in the golf/TV industry. Sorry.
Well, let's just go ahead and let Jack in these tournaments too, okay? Let 87-year-old Jack Nicklaus in the tournament.
He wouldn't want to do it.
He's done a lot for the game as well.
And when Tiger gets to that point where he says, "You know what? I'm not doing justice for. I'm not representing myself well. I won't play in these." Jack would do the same.
Hasn't
thing.
he reached that point?
I was going to say,
you guys watch. He's going to win another tournament, not another major. But last time you doubted, he put on a Masters jacket.
He may win the father and son out. Yeah, every the one they have in Orlando.
I agree.
By the way,
boys.
Speaking of big time sports, the Mikey Awards coming to the Hilton. Orlando, Altamont Springs, a week from Friday. You can get your tickets. It's Florida's premier sports award show. Get your tickets, 969thegame.com/Mikey's. The Bulldog will be there. You know, Mark Daniels, Lynch and Taco are going to hand out an award as well. We got all sorts of sports celebrities are going to be there as well. Friday, what did I say? Friday, June 28th, 5 to 7 p.m. Get your tickets, 969thegame.com/Mikey's.
all right, Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, host of Open Mic on AM 740 and FM 96.9 The Game. Sports page brought to you by Kaufman and Lind.
Listen to Under Oath with attorney Jeff Kaufman every Saturday, 7:30 on FM 96.9 The Game. You can catch extended versions on your favorite streaming platform. Oh, oh.
Lynch and Taco on Demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.
From the boat.